This an all-out blitz, real hard hits, them other podcast trash, we gon' make them all quit. We cover all the topics with intelligence and logic. I know you wanna score, but ID gon' stop it. We from Texas, so that mean that we Texans. Breaking down the X's and O's, our profession. No complaining, just training, you see the progression. They had a Pro Bowl for talk shows, we get selected. We gon' celebrate every win like a birthday. Ray J with the news, first with all the updates. Spin move on the competition, yeah, we juking them. You not really in touch if you not tuning in. This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown, we not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they bout to stampede.
Yo, and welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast Recap, brought to you by the Fan Battle Sports Network. I'm your host today, like always, Mr. Briggs. But let me introduce you to my amazing trio. First off, I got my A1 since day one. In the wise words of Drake, we started from the bottom, but we're here. Mr. Crenshaw. What's up, buddy?
Happy Sunday.
And in honor of, they finally getting Tupac's murder, I'm going to tell them, here is Biggie Smalls' biggest fan, our little big brother, Mr. Big
What's
T.
going on? What's going on? We won and we blew them out. Let's go.
Well, before we jump in the game, I do want to say thank you again, JJ. It was a nice ceremony at halftime. For those who've seen it on Twitter Live, Crenshaw, you were there live at the game. Kind of tell us real quick how was it? How was the crowd? Like, what was the emotions in the building?
Not gonna cap to y'all. During halftime,
You started crying?
no, hell no.
No.
During halftime, I was out mingling. I didn't watch. I look at it on the TV, but I didn't watch it out there. But the crowd was real good. Even to the Steelers fans, a lot of Steelers fans was happy that he was getting inducted and everything. And one quick note, what really surprised me, they had a game. Who was the first person to get in the Ring of Honor? They had Mr. McNair, Andre, and they had JJ. And of course, it wasn't JJ. He wasn't the first person, but I was surprised that a lot of Steelers fans were saying Andre Johnson. Man, how the fuck y'all know he went in first? So that was very, very interesting that those guys pay attention to what's going on here in Houston. But overall, it was a good crowd. There was a lot of Steelers fans there, but our fans still was loud, showed up. The noise meter was hitting over 100 decibels all game, man. So it was a great, whole team win. When I say whole team win, the 12th man, which is us, and we ain't had that in a long time.
Finally, right? It only took D'Amico Ryans to get here to do it,
Mm-hmm.
So we finally got it. And today was the cap of it, 30-6. BT, man, kick us off. What was your thoughts of this game? And did they meet your expectations or go beyond it?
They definitely exceeded my expectations because, as you remember, my prediction was that we would win, but that it would have been a very close game. I predicted a 17-14 game, and the reason for that is because I believed that TJ Watt would kill a lot of drives. Now, we were very, very successful, more successful than I could imagine with the points on the board. I will say that there was a time, basically in the third quarter, where I thought they were going to catch up. And then defense came in and made plays. Henry To'oTo'o made plays. Players that I did not think were ready to start. Henry To'oTo'o, Christian Harris, even Sheldon Rankins, players that I've been complaining about made plays today. This was an incredible defensive game. And CJ Stroud, he did fantastic. He's over 1,000 yards, over 1,200 yards now. But what I will say is Slowick impressed me. Because, Matt, I need you to shout this. What fixes everything?
Scheming, I'm telling you. MVP, Bobby Slowick. Scheming fixes everything.
And we had so many O-linemen out. We had Austin Deculus, who was a turnstile, but they schemed around the issues with the O-line. They made it so they either put in other protection, whether it's Michael Boone, whether it's Brevin Jordan, whether it's Schultz, They put in enough protection there. They got the ball out quick, and they focused on the run. Now, I thought they were going to do this with Singletary, but they were able to do this with Pierce. Pierce followed his blockers. So he got the scheme. He did a great job. We would not have been able to do this without the run because CJ was not able to be as accurate as he normally was. He was a little over 50% because he was throwing away a lot of balls because there would have been almost sacks. So, it wasn't that he was just missing receivers wide open or something like that. It was because he had to throw them away or place balls in a particular way because the coverage that they were in. And so the run game really helped us out when time of possession helped us, get it. Basically helped us all the way throughout every single time there were struggles. The run game was a big success today. It is something I think we have to see throughout the season. Everyone helped. Special teams, defense, run game, passing game, coaching. I can't tell you how much joy this gives me to tell you that we have a complete team and we still have 14 dudes that are hurt.
Mm-hmm. And 3 of them possibly coming back next week, which would be great. Speaking of people being injured, Josh Allen's still injured by last week when, being upset that the Texans beat the Jaguars. Crenshaw, man, you're there live at the game. Tell me, what was your thoughts about it?
First, VT, when you say special teams, you're talking about just field goal kicking, correct?
Right. Like the thing is, if you remember in the Colts game, we missed field goals, right? Like, so when I say special team comes out, even though we think of it as, it's just going to happen, it doesn't always happen, as we saw during the Colts game. So we need to make sure that we don't have fuck ups there. He made all 3, so, he was 3 for 3. You expect that. That doesn't always happen. Look at Denver. They're having issues with the kick. Look at the Jags. They're having issues with their kicker. So when he's making field goals, we can't simply say, "Oh, it's expected," because it's not expected around the league.
Agreed. The game, it's not quite often, especially as a rookie coach, you can say that they outcoach Mike Tomlin. He's one of the most respected coaches of all time, really. You could say that. And he was really outcoached. TJ Watt, did he play this game? Because I was waiting on him to do something. I thought he would do a tribute to his brother, one of the finger wag or the salutes or something. But he was a non-factor. Back-to-back weeks, no sacks with backup offensive linemen. That's the beauty of it. Backup offensive linemen, back-to-back weeks, no sacks. Like we was all scared.
Scheming fixes everything.
Scheming does fixes everything. And we were scared. We were scared last week. We were scared this week. Like, oh, we're gonna fuck him up. But he didn't get touched. We made them play our game. But like they think we're gonna run. We pass it. They're gonna pass it. We run it. I mean, everything was good again this week. And CJ, he's not getting rattled. Now they need to stop those fucking quarterback sneaks. But other than that, he's not getting rattled in the pocket. He's moving his feet. He's playing like a 14-year vet or a 10-year vet, I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to shout out to Nico Collins. He's been doing this thing. I'm not going to call him or wide receiver 1 until the NFL drug test him. See, when the NFL drug test him, that means that they're on notice. See, right now we on the ones on notice, but once they drug test him, then I'm saying, okay, he's here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the blocking. Tank Dell blocking. Dalton blocking.
I know.
Robert Woods had a lot of good blocks.
Yes, they all was blocking so good.
Back,
yes, man.
Bro.
That was great. So shout out to all that right there. Bobby, again, bro, you're doing great things for us, man. I love what you're doing. Keep it up. D'Amico, you got that defense balling. Man. I like beside me was all Steelers fans, and then about the fourth quarter they say, "Hey man, you guys got something. Keep up the good work." He said that we all came in and thought we was going to beat y'all, and he said you showed us something. I said, man, I appreciate that. I said it's all love. I say, you see, you come here is love. Now, we was in Pittsburgh, y'all would have been trolling me right now. He said, oh yeah, we got on y'all ass. I said, yeah, it's all good. But man, great game, man. I can't wait till we play Atlanta, man.
Yeah, most definitely. I gotta say, Jonathan Grenard and Nico Collins are the two best players on each side of the ball. But like I've been saying, Bobby Slowick, MVP of this game. You had TJ Watt, who is probably the most dominant pass rusher in the league right now, and he was obsolete. Yes, he made his presence known, especially with that big tackle for loss. I was like, oh, here it goes. He's gonna start cooking, and then nothing. So yeah, Bobby Slowick, great scheming by him today. Just on point with the screens, with the run plays, and BT. I've been kind of like disagreeing with you about what you were saying about Pierce, that he's taking too much time to hit the holes and stuff. You're right. Today he didn't do that. He hit the holes and he didn't care if we get hit. That's where the Pierce that we love and know.
Right.
He was getting hit. He got hit while he did a dive over the line, like he did a leaping dive. He still got hit and still got 6 yards. So the Pierce that we know and love is back. So hopefully he continues to do it. But the defense, man, D'Amico has been preaching swarm, and that's what's been happening. Been hitting the backfield, and some of the tackles weren't completely wrapped up, but everybody was, as soon as one hit him, it didn't matter if he made that tackle because they're all there getting hit. Like Richie said, Henry to Tototoa, dude, been very impressive. It's in the run defense, a little shoddy on the pass covers, but hey, I'll let this one slide because
I mean,
You got it.
He made a pass deflection today. So, like, when we're talking about, that's not something you really expect a linebacker to do. Especially someone that isn't supposed to be the Mike, because Pyramid is supposed to be the Mike.
Right.
So for him to have a pass deflection, I think is fucking insane. Shout out to Shaq Griffin, who played an excellent game with 3 pass deflections. He should have had more, but they called a PI call, which I mean, I don't really get. But I mean, nonetheless, he had 3 pass deflections and he played a freaking great game.
Yeah, because that was the interception he had on that pass interference they called.
It could go. I mean, I can see why they call it. It could have gone either way. You can no flag or flag. I mean, he did make
Right,
a
I agree
push
with
at
that.
the end, but I mean, still a hell of a play. So
Let me talk about the first drive for a moment because I'm in the chat, obviously, right? And so
We're all in the chat.
Yeah, we're all in the chat. So we're getting live feedback from all the fans, and basically what we all basically were saying is once we had that first first penalty, we're like, oh fuck, we got all the way here, we're going to kick a field goal, and then we get closer with Pierce, and then all of a sudden Shaq Mason has another penalty. Like, what the fuck? Now, obviously, we thought that CJ Stroud should have actually had the rushing TD, right? Like, I don't think that should have been called back, but whatever. Everyone thought
that's another one that's
No,
Yeah.
his knee was down before he got.
his knee was down, but the thing is, usually you need it multiple angles. There was only one angle that showed his knee down. You're supposed to need it from multiple angles, but I understand it. So let it go. It doesn't matter. But just saying that, most of people in the chat were like, okay, we'll kick a field goal. This sucks. They should have given us. It was a dumb penalty. Then we had Shaq Mason got 1 penalty, then got 2 penalties, and by now you would think it's over. No, we scored. And the thing is that this offense is definitely not like the offense of past. Like, there is no situation where I would say, oh, it's over or something like that. Like, this offense is so powerful due to the combination of the incredible quarterback that we have, the players that we have, and obviously Bobby Slowick. That crazy fake out with Singletary, right? Like, give him the ball, you think he's going to run, they're coming towards him, and then he throws it. I got up my seat and I was jumping all around my house. I'm sure my neighbors hate me for the amount of screaming that I did. I felt like a little kid watching football, like for the first time or something, because you all know, like, me and Leo were friends. So me and Leo were literally calling each other every single commercial break. Holy fuck, did you see that? Did you see that? Like, it's like a renewed experience being a Texans fan, seeing some of the stuff that's out there. I'm just unbelievably excited about this team right now.
And shout out to Crenshaw for that amazing video footage on the Texans Fan Battle podcast with that touchdown. If you want to check it out, make sure you follow us on Twitter, everything.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah.
uh,
The game. Pretty sure if y'all ain't seen it, but the game that Khalil Mack had today with those 6 sacks, that's what I thought TJ Watt was going to have on us.
I've been telling everybody if TJ Watt doesn't have 3 sacks on this offensive line, it's a disappointing game for him, right?
hmm
Like I mean, like we said at the beginning of the show, we had a guy Austin Deckles out there. We have a whole injured line. Like there's no reason why he should be back in the backfield.
I
Just
mean,
eating his lunch.
Garyon came in and he just got here this week.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got off the streets and came into the game. Like, it's a recipe. If I'm TJ Watt being the best pass rusher in the league, I'm sitting there doing this. Like, I'm about to eat. And
Right.
then for him to be obsolete in this whole game is impressive by Bobby Slowick.
yeah,
Yes, it does. Everybody keeps telling me all this. Let me rephrase this. Jaguar fans keep telling me y'all have an amazing offensive line. Y'all lied to us. Quit feeding us BS. This line is amazing. Yes, it takes talent to execute the plays, but not in this case. The offensive line has been a product of Bobby Slowick play calls. These guys aren't on the 32-man team, 32 teams in the NFL for a reason. They're third and fourth stringers for a reason.
Right.
It's because of Bobby Slowick's amazing play calling today and last week that resulted to 0 sacks. And man, I can't wait till next week because we're getting 3 of them back. So
I will say, like,
let me go back to what VT
Sorry.
said about the first drive. VT, the old Texans, that's what the old Texans used to do. Get down there to the one, back up, field goal.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers scored 3 touchdowns.
4.
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, they scored 3 and then an extra touchdown.
Okay. CJ.
And then the 2 penalties, and then they scored a touchdown.
Damn, four touchdowns in the opening possession, opening drive, where this team used to go a whole season without a motherfucking opening drive touchdown. So
Yeah.
that's the beauty of back, what you were saying. Like this team has revolved. Bobby has doing a great job. I mean, did he get an interview today? Did they talk to Bobby today? Because I missed it. Did they talk to him today? Anybody know?
No, CJ talked and D'Amico talked, but I didn't watch most of it. I only saw the couple clips on Twitter. But yeah, so I don't think Bobby Slowick talked.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same thing. Thanks, Crenshaw, for going back to what VT said. Yeah, that's definitely everybody's saying. Well, the Texans don't have offense. We scored 4 times in one drive, so don't say the Texans can't score
against a team that VT says good in the red zone.
They are, and the red zone defense, they're top 5, right? B, if not 3.
Yeah. So just to clarify, what I was saying, it wasn't necessarily the red zone defense. What I was saying is that even though their offense sucks, when they actually do get to the red zone, they score nearly 70% of the time, and that didn't happen today.
Yeah, sure didn't.
That didn't happen today. And the thing is, what scared me was in the third quarter, we were giving up large runs to Najee Harris. And so, and this point, we were still 2 scores away, right? We were still a 2-score game. And it was later until we pulled away. And so it's like, if Najee scores here and the momentum shifts and we don't put any points up, we could lose this. I got worried in the third quarter. And then we had to stop Jonathan Gennard on the 4th down call. Stopped him cold. Jonathan Gennard should get the game ball. Now, they gave the game ball to everyone, but Jonathan Gennard should get the game ball. Shout out to Cal McNair, by the way, to give him his private plane last week so he could go and be there for the birth of his daughter. So he won after the win in Jacksonville. Cal McNair gave Jonathan Gennard the use of his private plane so he could go to the hospital and be there before the birth of his daughter. And he was able to do that. His wife gave birth to his daughter, won the game on Sunday, and came back, and you won again today. I don't know how much better you can feel if you're Jonathan Gennard right now.
So he became a dad twice on 2 Sundays, last week and this week, because he was Kenny Pickett's daddy today, boy. I mean, you can't say otherwise. So, yeah, congratulations, Jonathan Gennard, and that is a classy move by Cal McNair. But yeah, that whole defensive scheme look, Petrie's back and it showed, right?
Hmm.
Having Petrie blew up a run in the backfield, and BT, you said that touchdown was called back was a touchdown. I think that fumble that Will Anderson ran for a touchdown. I thought that was a touchdown. I don't think that was a fumble. I don't think there's enough angles to prove that his knee was down. So and again, that was by Jalen Petrie. So with having him back, the future is just bright having these great players back. Next week, hopefully we get Tunzel, hopefully we get Howard, and hopefully we get Scruggs and maybe Perryman. It just seems like it's a recipe for success. But today's game is great. I love it. Couldn't ask for any more.
Let me just bring up a few big points. Today was one of the first times in a very long time that a linebacker led the team in tackles and not a DB.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Harris led the team in tackles today. You know, most of the time it was Jalen Petrie or Shaquille Griffin. You know, it was a DB. Now, we don't even have our starting front seven out there. Hassan Ridgway is out. Denzel Perryman is out. And they're becoming more successful. Again, let me just talk about some of the defensive players that may not get love on the highlight reels because, you know, they always give love to the offense. Steven Nelson, interception, pass deflection, incredible playmaker. Jimmy Ward.
You mean Stephen Mitchell?
Stephen Mitchell. Jimmy Ward. Not only was he making tackles, but the forced fumble. Jerry Hughes had a sack. Like I said before, Shaquille Griffin had 3 pass deflections. Jalen Petrie, with a crazy good tackle and the forced fumble. Dylan Thornton, one of your favorites.
I was about to say Dylan Horton had some good plays back there today.
He had a stuff. Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if people realize this. Jonathan Gennard didn't just get 2 sacks. He had 3 tackles for loss. Yep. So he really helped in the run game. And I got to tell you,
Rankins made some good plays too, and so did
he made some great plays. I was giving shit about Rankins.
Yeah, and
he ran all over the field and against the run. Yeah. So I mean, I got to tell you, I'm very, very impressed. But I will say about Grenard, give him his contract. Everyone wanted to trade for Chase Young. Chase Young ain't doing shit compared to what Jonathan Gennard is doing right now. Compared to what he did in the Ravens game, what he did in this game, Jonathan Gennard is up for a season. He had 8 sacks in 2021. I see no reason if he stays healthy that he can meet or beat that. And everyone rages for Chase Young because of his rookie year where he had 7.5 sacks. We've got a Chase Young. It's Jonathan Gennard. This offseason, if he continues to play like this, we need to extend him, and he needs to be here long term.
I mean, I'm okay with it. But Kearnsall, you got anything to add before we wrap up?
No. I mean, Jonathan's playing great. And that's what we expected. Just stay on the field, keep pushing, keep trying. Great things going to happen. He's going to get paid. But overall, no, I got nothing to say, man. It was a great team win again. Back-to-back team wins again. I'm just happy, man. I mean, I'm just happy because leaving out the stadium, going down the ramps, and Houston Texans. Last year we didn't have no home win, so we didn't say none of that shit last year. We walk. Matter of fact, they was leaving that motherfucker with 8 minutes left last year. Head hanging down. The other team, they was coming from the top down to the motherfucking bottom. Yeah, we taking over this bitch. But this year, well, not last game, but this game, the motherfucker was leaving early, So I love that shit.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to the Eagles game last year, us Astros fans were saying Astros in 4 just because the Eagles fans were so loud, screaming EAGLES, Eagles. So it is a great feeling to know that our fans are finally have something to cheer about. So hopefully they keep showing up and don't sell your tickets. So I'm glad. So Kearnsall is more Texans than Steelers.
Fuck no. It was probably
50-50.
Fuck no, probably 65-35, man. I'm saying, well, okay, maybe 60-40, Now they wasn't quite as deep as they was in Vegas, but they was deep here today and on the outside as well. I'm like, how the fuck can an opposing team tailgate on our parking lot? I don't understand that shit. But they was fucking deep, man.
They do travel well, but still, man, Texans fans, you got to do better. You got to sell out the home games. Uh,
Well, I
so
mean, hold on. Okay, then check this out. You know, I get it, and like I said, I know I won't do it. I've never done it. But somebody offer you 3 times what you paid. I mean, you know, the times are hard out here. These bills kind of high now. You know, hey, you take that money and watch it at the bar or something.
I get it, man, but they get big game like this, JJ Watt's retirement, like you know what I mean, like if you're a Texans fan, today was the day to show up. BT, any last words, brother, man?
Yeah, I just have just 2 or 3 really quick things I want to bring up. One of them is that before the half, Nico Collins and CJ Stroud made some great plays. There were back-to-back plays, but we ran out of timeouts, and so we had to kick the field goal. Um, what I think in the future is that game management is going to get better and better. Right now, D'Amico Ryans is taking those timeouts to basically talk to the team to get them ready for the next play, especially when something big happens. And so we didn't have any timeouts left when we should have stopped the clock and try to get in the end zone because we were very close to getting in that end zone. But we still put 3 points up. There was less than 40 seconds left, and we still put 3 points up. So that was very awesome to see. And I know in the future, it won't be 3 points, it'll be 6. So that's definitely something that I love. The other thing is we forced 5 punts on them. Now we know they had an anemic offense, but that is incredible. To be able to continue to do that with the team that is being coached by one of the best coaches in the NFL, to dominate them so amazingly on defense, just amazing. Just to talk about CJ Stroud a little bit more before we end this. He has now surpassed Patrick Mahomes in the most passing yards per game of all time. So Patrick Mahomes, the record up until today was by Patrick Mahomes at 302.7. CJ Stroud has now beat him by 303. So I know that JT Sullivan, a lot of people are saying, hey, put the brakes on. Don't call CJ Stroud him, or don't say he's a franchise quarterback just yet. You never know. After 4 games, man, I know this is the dude. Is he going to have bad games? Of course. In my opinion, and in all honesty, I know that we keep like everyone, and I'll use this to further my own agenda. I'll tell you this right now if you're on Twitter, but he should have had 3 picks by now. In all reality, so I know the stat line is that he's had 150 attempts with 0 interceptions. He probably should have had 3. That is not the biggest thing. That I know that is the stat that people want to use, but the stat that I want to use is that I know this game wasn't as accurate, but clutch moments he's able to convert on 3rd downs. This to me is one of the most important things in being able to win in clutch moments. That's how you win playoff games. That's how you get to the playoffs. And he's able to do that. He has chemistry with Tank Dell. He has chemistry with Nico Collins. He looks like he's building some chemistry with Dalton Schultz now. He's building chemistry with his teammates. His teammates like him. He actually is hosting dinners with Dalton Schultz to build up that chemistry. So off the field, he has that intangible. There's not enough good things I can say about this kid. He is the future of the Texans. And I'm going to give you that bold prediction that I said before. 2026, CJ Stroud will take us to a Super Bowl. Write it down. Take a picture. Whatever you want to do. In 2026,
3
we're going
years,
to promised land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're right. And also, I wanted to address something on here on all social media accounts. Everybody is trying to say, "Oh, but you had the Texans to lose. Why are you talking, motherfuckers?" I just want to let y'all know. I said it on the podcast. If you listen, you understand. I'm a baseball fan. Astros will clinch the division. Just want to shout that out. Also, if we have something going on, it's stupid sisters not to keep doing the same thing. I got my still tipping jersey on. I predicted them to lose, so guess what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to predict them to lose, and I'm going to have my still tipping jersey on until we lose. So, F you, all you haters. That's all I got to say. Chris, all your last words, brother, man?
Um, no, I don't have any last words. I'm assuming that we're gonna discuss the Falcons game on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I don't have any last words. Just great win and on to the next one, like Jay Z.
Yes. Thank you for kind of helping me segue there, Crenshaw. Make sure you tune in Wednesday. We'll have Tyler. I don't want to kill his last name, so I'm not even going to try it. There you go. We're going to have him on Wednesday to give his opinion of the game against the Steelers, and we're going to talk some Falcons and give our predictions. You already know mine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You say talk some fucking?
No. Football.
I'm
Hey,
fucking-
look. Hey,
I'm
hey,
fucking
look.
with you.
Even though BT posted some stuff that looks like pornos,
Exactly.
we're not talking pornos, okay?
Exactly.
But whatever, hey, whatever sells, all right, whatever sells. So guys, make sure you tune in Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, and you can find all three of us Tuesday night on a Falcons podcast. We'll tweet that out when we get the details. So we can clown him. You can join in on it. Until then, guys, have a wonderful night and enjoy the Chiefs and Taylor Swift debacle for
Yes, yeah. They're not the Chiefs no more. They're the Kansas City
Swift.
Swifts.
Yes.
Yeah, the Swifties. Yeah. All right, guys, have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Good night.
This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want to touch.